Once upon a time, there was a princess, whatever that means. Let's talk about why I gave Bliss, currently playing at the Edinburgh Fringe, 1 star. From the producers of Cabaret and Benjamin Button, Bliss aims to rewrite fairy tales with a feminist edge. We are introduced to 4 princesses: Piper, played by Akshara Gunda; Carmella, played by Alexandra Emmerson-Kirby; Faye, played by Miriam Nyarko, and Holly, played by Matilda Shapland, who are held captive in a tower by their father. Each of the princesses have their own interests. Piper is obsessed with maths, Holly with animals, etc., but are not allowed to pursue these avenues and instead expects to wed a prince and have a boring happily ever after. Obviously, this doesn't sit right with the princesses, who team up to fight back against Tom Bennett's fairy godfather Glimmermore, who is trying to force the girls to adhere to their stereotypes. The story is all very predictable and doesn't feel particularly unique. Pantomimes over the last few years in particular have started moving away from the traditional fairy stories, turning their female protagonists into badass warriors instead of damsels in distress. The show is clearly built for a Disney audience, but even in Disney films, the characters can be complicated and have more depth. Here, everything is sickly sweet, surface level, and rather boring. The costumes and the set feel reminiscent of a pantomime too, but if so, this is a pantomime without any humour. The show tries too hard to be sincere, which might work better if we bought more into the characters, but, well, it's difficult to care. The princesses' personalities are simply defined by their interests and little else. The message that the show carries is obviously an important one, but also one that has been delivered by plenty of other shows in much more subtle and interesting ways. Think of Six and Juliet and Fantastically Great Women. The fact that this is simply a repeat of shows we have seen before might not be so much of a problem if the music felt fun and fresh. The songs are heavily pop influenced, which is not a bad thing, but it does mean that the show seems to be a copy and paste of many other new musicals from the last 10 years. The lyrics are uninspired and the entire production seems like it's just going through the necessary motions, as though writers Emma Lively and Tyler Beatty have Googled how to write a musical and are simply following step-by-step instructions. The one saving grace is that this is all excellently performed by musical stars at the top of their games, but performers are only as good as their script, and as such, this is a musical that might delight younger audience members with sparkly costumes and quirky choreography, but struggles in every other aspect. You can catch Bliss playing every day at 1 PM at the Grand Pleasance Courtyard until 31st of August. For more rapid reviews, give me a follow, and for more in-depth analysis, visit brokenlegsblog.co.uk.